Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wasalam, rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So first of all, just a quick announcement. Brothers, when there is a gap, and as we mentioned this several times, and this is also for the sisters, إذا كان في فراغ املأ الفراغ حتى ولو كنت في الصلاة هذا لا يفسد صلاتك ولا يبطلها. So if you were, let's say, praying and there is a gap, I don't know if you've been to Mecca and Medina, and after the Imam, does the Iqamah, and then sometimes people, they start moving, even during the prayers, and they start moving to fill in the gaps. This does not nullify your salah, right? It does not spoil your salah, because the Prophet Muhammad, in fact, was praying one time, and then Aisha, she knocked, and then he moved, wallahi, in his salah. He moved, he opened the door, and he came back. He did not nullify his salah for that particular reason. So now and especially for the sisters, I heard this complaint, sometimes there are too many gaps, especially in the front, and then you're praying. You can move. It does not it does not nullify your salah, inshallah ta'ala. And also, inshallah, tomorrow will be the first night of the odd nights, the first of the Laylat Wahd al-Ashrin. So inshallah ta'ala, let us inshallah ta'ala intensify our ibadat, inshallah ta'ala, especially khalas, this is it. This is the final stretch, the final stretch, because Ramadan goes and it will come back next year, inshallah. But I don't know if just me. I don't know if I were to go. If I were to go, I would never come back for sure. If you go, you never come back for sure. Ramadan goes. So make sure that you take advantage of whatever has remained in this final 10 days, inshallah ta'ala. So let's start recording. Bismillah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. The Qari, Allah khair, started reciting from Surah Al-Ahzab, which they recited yesterday, and today they will complete Surah Al-Ahzab, and then Surah Al-Saba and Fatir, and I think a little bit of Yasin as well today. I will not be able to do Yasin. I will do up to Surah Fatir, inshallah ta'ala. Al-Ahzab, aywa, jazakallah khair. Al-Ahzab are the Confederates. And what happened, just quickly, with regard to Al-Ahzab, this is the coalition that formed against the Muslims. That includes the Quraysh and Ghatafan and most of the tribes, Arab tribes. They collected 10,000, an army of 10,000 soldiers against the Muslims, who were about only 3,000. 10,000 versus 3,000. And this is why it's called Al-Ahzab, or the Confederates, which in fact, it's the battle. This surah also describes the battle of, of the trench, the battle of Al-Khandaq, which that brilliant idea that the Arab did not know, the idea of Salman al-Farisi to dig in that trench, which still exists in Medina. If you were to go to Medina, and those of you who went, I'm sure they have taken you to the Mazarat, when they took you to visit the Sab' al-Masajid. They call them the Sab' al-Masajid, the 7 mosques. That's where the battle of Al-Khandaq happened. So the battle of Surah Al-Ahzab talks about that particular battle, the battle of Al-Ahzab, which is, okay, is this Surah Madaniya or Makkiyah? Makaniya? Makaniya. Makaniya means Makkiyah, Madaniya. Makaniya. Is it Makkiyah or Madaniya? It is Madani, right? Because it happened in Medina. Now, so the beginning of Surah Al-Ahzab, it talks about a very, very important concept. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains the concept of honoring the lineage. Honoring the lineage. Because the Arabs at the time, in Jahiliyyah, whenever they used to adopt a child, the child will take the name of the foster father, right? But Islam came and nullified this practice. So the boy will take always the name of his biological father. But if the biological father is not known, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِن لَمْ تَعْلَمُوا أَبَاهُمْ فَإِخْوَانُكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ. If you don't know who their fathers are, then they become your brothers in Islam. So the son always take the name of the biological father versus the adoptive father. So Allah Azza wa Jalla explains that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, and this is for you and I, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. And in one recitation in Warsh, إِسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ, a role model. Our Prophet is a role model in every sense, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. A role model in how he deals with people. A role model in his ibadah. A role model in his dealing with his enemies, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In his morals and etiquette, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. And then at the end of Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ ذِكْرًا كَثِيرًا وَسَبِّحُوهُ بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. All you who believe, make a mention of Allah. ذِكْرًا كَثِيرًا. Kathir means a lot. Make a mention of Allah all the time. ذِكْرًا كَثِيرًا. وَسَبِّحُوهُ. Make tasbih, glorify Him. بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. Day and night, always. You're driving, you're working out, you're cooking, whatever you're doing, try to make a mention, try to keep your tongue moistened with the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As simple as Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar. And here is a treasure of Jannah. You know the treasure of Jannah, brothers and sisters? The Prophet says, Kanz min kunuzil Jannah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Is kanz, is a treasure of Jannah. This particular dhikr will alleviate any hardship that you may be going through. And Allah Azza wa Jalla at the end He says, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuha alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allah and His angels, they send their salutations upon Prophet Muhammad, ya ayyuha alladhina amanu. So when you hear the name of the Prophet alayhi salam, sallu alayhi وَسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. You all love Prophet Muhammad, right? Nobody? Only me and you? Two hands, right? صَلُّوا عَلَيْهِ وَسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. Always, inshallah ta'ala, make salutations upon Prophet Muhammad. And then Surah Saba. Surah Saba is a Makki surah. Surah Makkiya, addressing the mawdu' or the theme, addresses the non-believers for denying the day of Allah subhanahu, the day of judgment. And then Surah Fatir, also Makki, and Surah Yasin Makki. So quickly, Surah Saba. Saba is the people of Saba, which are in Yemen. This is the people who, they were so blessed, wealthy, strong, powerful. They had this dam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, this dam that controlled the water and the distribution of water. But they were ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, despite all the blessings that Allah blessed them with. And instead of worshipping Him, they started worshipping idols. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed them by that Sayyid al-Arim. The Sayyid al-Arim is destroying this dam that killed them all. And this is the Arabs, brothers and sisters. This is the Arabs that actually left Yemen, and they went to the Arab Peninsula, and then they settled in Mecca. This is the type of Arab from Yemen who Ismail married from them, and eventually, they settled in Mecca. So this is the story about, this is what's called Surah Saba. And then the surah also talks about Dawood and Sulaiman. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ مِنَّا فَضْلًا يَا جِبَالُ أَوِّبِ مَعْهُ وَالطَّيْرِ. Beautiful, amazing. One of the powers that Allah Azza wa Jalla has blessed Dawood with, وَأَلَنَّا لَهُ الْحَدِيدِ. Every prophet has some sort of miracle. One of the miracles of Dawood alayhi salam, the metal or the steel, he used to play with them like a Play-Doh. وَأَلَنَّا لَهُ الْحَدِيدِ. The hadid becomes very soft in his hand. And he used to make his own, things from his own hands in terms of his living, alayhi salatu salam. And he used to love ibadah. Something about Dawood alayhi salam, ibadah Dawood. The Prophet talked about his ibadah. He used to wake up at night and pray a lot, and he used to fast. One day fasting, one day he would break his fast. The Prophet says the best fasting is the fasting of Dawood alayhi salam. One day yes, one day no. One day he will fast, and this is not in Ramadan. Throughout his life alayhi salam. And Dawood had a beautiful voice. You know how many voices the hadith says with regard to how beautiful his voice was? 17 different voices. وَالْجِبَالُ وَالطَّيْرِ. حتى the طير, the birds, when they used to hear his voices reciting the Zabur, reciting the Psalms, they will sway with him alayhi salam. And from his progeny came Sulaiman alayhi salam. Sulaiman, Allah mentions in Surah Saba, one of his powers was that, subhanAllah, I mentioned that yesterday, but I did not mention the fact that also the rih, the wind, a journey that would take a month, for Sulaiman it would take half a day. A journey that will take a month, it will take him half a night. This is one of the powers of Sulaiman. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, غُدُوُّهَا شَهْرٌ وَرَوَاحُهَا شَهْرٌ. And then Allah at the end says, اعملوا آل داود شكرا وقليل من عبادي الشكور. Work, O family of Dawood, showing gratefulness to Allah. Very few people are grateful to Allah. Very few people they make shukr to Allah. Ya Dawood, I blessed you with this. Ya Sulaiman, I blessed you with this. اعملوا آل داود شكرا. Show gratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they did. But Allah at the end says, this is why a pious man used to make this dua. You know what he used to say? This righteous man, Allahumma ij'alni min al-qalil. Allah, make me from the few. They said, why you say, Allah make me from the few? Because He says, Allah in the Quran says, وَقَلِيلٌ مِنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. Very few people are grateful to me. Oh ya Allah, make me from them. Allahu Akbar. And then Surah Fatir. Surah Fatir, brothers and sisters, is also called Surah Al-Malaikah. Surah Al-Malaikah, the angels. Wallah Azza wa Jal starts with Alhamdulillahi Fatir al-Samawati wal-Ardi Ja'ili al-Malaikati Ulu Ajnihatin Mathna wa Thulatha wa Ruba'. Praise be to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, the originator of the heavens and earth, who created the angels with 2 wings, 4s, and more. Jibreel alayhi salam himself had more than 600 wings alayhi salam. So here Allah Azza wa Jalla, this is why it's called the Surah Al-Malaika. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I'm just picking up some of the ayat from every surah. Ya ayyuhan nas, udhkuru ni'matallahi alaykum. Oh you people, make a mention of the ni'am of Allah upon you. As He says subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hal min khaliqin ghayru Allah yarzuqukum min as-sama'. Is there a khaliq for other than Allah who provides you subhanahu wa ta'ala? Make a mention of the ni'am of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're sitting. Wallah, I was just talking to someone at my office just before Isha who was crying. He says he was going through a health issue and he couldn't even use the washroom. And he was talking about his wife, how she goes with him inside the washroom and she does the things. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless her. And the guy is crying inside the washroom. I was so powerful, I was so strong, but now I can even do my own thingies. My wife was cleaning me up. So this ni'mah of the sihha, praise and say and be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because today you're healthy, tomorrow you may not be. Do you understand? So this is what the surah talks about. And then Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in Surah Fatir at the very end, the 3 categories of people. I'm going to end with this inshallah. So you assess yourself which category you belong to. There are only 3 categories in this dunya. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى فمنهم ظالم لنفسه ومنهم مقتصد ومنهم سابق بالخيرات بإذن الله. خلاص, these are the 3 categories. First category are those who wrong themselves. ظالم, or as you say in Urdu, ظالم لنفسه. Those who wrong, do zulm against themselves. Category number 1. Category number 2, those muqtasid. Muqtasid, those who follow middle course. I give sadaqah yesterday, I'm not going to give today. خلاص, يعني أنا middle course. I pray 8, the other one prayed 12, وهذا prayed 20, and I did 8. أنا muqtasid. I'm balanced. And then the third category, some سابق بالخيرات. Those who are foremost and they rush in good deeds. Whenever there's a chance to do something good, they rush and do it. I'm not going to ask you who is what. You know yourselves. Always try to be, inshallah ta'ala, to better yourself, especially in these final days of Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala. Surah Yasin, we'll do it tomorrow, bi'idhnillah, because of lack of time. 3 questions, inshallah ta'ala, starting here, bi'idhnillah. Let's start with the brothers. Quickly, inshallah ta'ala, quickly. I didn't even mention the question yet. Sisters. Start with the sisters. Sisters, Musa, aywa. How did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroy the people of Saba? Easy. How did Allah destroy people of Saba? I just mentioned it, right? Aywa. The people of Saba who were so wealthy and strong, but they did not believe. Allah destroyed them. How? No?
أرسل الله عليهم سيل العرم.
ما شاء الله عليك. The dam that He destroyed and the flood that destroyed them. Could you please give her this? Jazakallah khair. Brothers, question for you. If you tell me the 3 categories of people that Allah mentioned, I'll give you one. I give you a meal worth $40. I want the 3 categories, 3 categories that I have mentioned, and you have to be honest and you tell me which category you belong to. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. You have to tell me which category you belong to. Bismillah. ظالم لنفسه, this is the one who wronged himself. Muqtasid, the one who taken the middle course, and Sabiqun bil khairat, the one who rushed into doing good deeds. Aywa. ظالم لنفسه. And you're going to say that, may Allah bless. Most of us are ظالم لنفسه. May Allah inshallah ta'ala bless. تفضل أخي. Should we go outside? Should we go outside? No? يلا لا حول ولا قوة. Quickly, inshallah. Yalla, last one. Easy. Wallahi, very easy. Wallahi, very easy. Very easy question. The question says, the power that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Dawood with. Dawood, Allah blessed him with a power. What's that power? Sahla, Sahla. Did I ask you before? You asked you before. So let me ask somebody else. Did I ask you before? Did I ask you before? No. What's the power? Voice? Yes, voice. About voice. But Allah Azza wa Jalla has given him like a superpower. What Yusuf? He melted, na'am, the metal, the metal, the steel, he will melt it as he plays with Play-Doh. Barakallahu fikum, jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Barakallahu fikum, brothers and sisters. Please stand up for your qiyam. I'm running out of candy, just so you know, okay? All right? I need replenishment.